it like rocket fuel.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damages.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Yeah. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 43. Watch take the creep, watch take the creeping. Say button.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check 99, check 99. Shit.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Everyone got 4 down.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Back. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Focus, defense,
Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert sets up the screen to Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Ringo. Hey, here I come. Leo. Here I come. Check. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, if anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hauschka with the extra point. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This one taken from the 7. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert got his man there. It's Wallace complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Herbert. Roberts has it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Haskins. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Gordon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
60 or.
Now Gordon on first down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, exit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert, and he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Looking to throw. Herbert, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Herbert. He's able to find Wallace. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. They're running it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A 35-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Second down, Haskins. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little... And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Now Haskins to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down. Off play action. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Down, 50, plant. That's right, baby, they don't want it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end, tight end's right.
To throw on third down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. Now Haskins will keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base?
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, leads him behind on the spin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
I'm coming after you. Under 10, 10. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Set up.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Redskins indeed leads to a touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're ready.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Herbert under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara, and the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. Looking to throw, Haskins. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Extra score, Redskins 47, Chargers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the